All right, welcome back again. Ladies and gentlemen, thank y'all so much for coming over now. Stephen A. Smith has responded to the Shannon Sharpe situation. Uh, as you guys know, these brothers work together on First Take. I know Stephen A. had like lobbied to get him in, and I know their ratings went up when he came on the show. So I know this is something that's very difficult. Um, in like the sports business, a lot of times, uh, like what's difficult is like I don't know what's going to happen with Shannon. A lot of times they might let a person go to save the show. You know what I mean? And before the person is proven whatever, innocent, guilty, whatever, they just be like, you know what, this is bad for us, so we're just going to part ways. And then he could be innocent, and you see it a lot of times. So I'm wondering what they're going to do in this situation. I don't know if Stephen A is going to be like, yo, I talked to the brother, he says he's innocent, let's hold off. I mean, he has his own show, he has his club Shay Shay, but like I said, their ratings went sky high when he came on. Everybody wanted to hear the sports unk talk, and they liked their relationship. With this video, I had skipped forward a lot because he was talking about everything I know already, just kind of going over the allegations, the texts, and that stuff. The point we're going to watch now is where he's finna give his input on the whole situation. So if you guys want to see the entire video, this is on Stephen A. Smith's on his YouTube channel. All right. So we ain't gonna waste no more time. Let's jump right into it.
On X yesterday, and they spoke about, they mentioned her name, and they revealed some of those explicit text messages. That was uncomfortable.
And I forgot to mention in my other video that she is I don't even, you can't even say the word on here, but she's that model, that where everybody go to see those girls. She's one of those models. And someone was also saying that like no matter what, her because they were saying on her Instagram is open. And of course, when those girls, they have their links that'll send you to where they're at. They said that's about to skyrocket because people want to see what Shannon got himself into. So her page is about to just explode.
I don't know if that's a strategy that would work. One of the hardest things in the world for all of us to do is to just lay low and be quiet and let our legal team do it. And we don't always know whether or not that's the right thing to do. I know, and I can tell you all that I spoke to Shannon, not in details, but I spoke to him, and he emphatically proclaims his innocence. According to Mr. Busby, his client emphatically proclaims his guilt. So where does that leave us? I'd love to tell you that I know the answer to that question, but I don't.
Yeah.
I am the executive producer of First Take on ESPN.
Oh, here we go.
I recruited Shannon. I went and got him and brought him to ESPN. But I'm not the boss. Those are other folks. There are layers to this, and there are certain layers even I am not on. I can tell you, I also spoke to co-chairman of Disney.
I wonder when he said layers. It's also. I wonder if he meant to say levels, because he always talk about how big he is for the show. But it's like he's hinting that like whatever they decide to do might is as much as I can try to convince them, but it's like you still don't know what's going to come of this. They might let him go.
Boss, Jimmy Pitaro, who made it very, very clear we are taking this matter very seriously, and we are looking into this very, very closely. And once we gather as many facts as we possibly can, we will go from there. And that is all he said. And I can mention his name because I received his permission to say that. I don't know what that means. In my perfect world, this equates to Jay-Z, where the case ultimately dropped and Shannon is allowed to continue on First Take and continue to thrive and shine. And not just that, and have an illustrious career in the podcast stratosphere, doing Nightcap with Chad Ochocinco, doing Club Shay Shay, and ultimately gets this $100 million deal that he was all over the news about to sign just a couple of days before this report came out.
And you guys know Stephen A. just signed they were saying that he had just signed a $100 million deal. So this is huge, man. It is. And it's like you're probably not going to see Shannon on First Take until this is resolved, whatever that means. Like I said in the other video, they were saying that they alleged offered her like 10 million and she decided not to take it. Hey, I mean, I feel like most people probably would have took that. So is that hinting to like, yo, is something about to go down? We don't know. I feel like it's boy, it's a lot that's going to come out.
In my perfect world, he moves on. And somehow, some way, we find this all to be false. But it doesn't seem like that's the way things are about to go down, considering who Mr. Busby is.
Yeah.
And how emphatic his client is proclaiming that she is right and she's telling the truth. I don't know where this is going to go. I can't speak to anything else. I don't know who Shannon Sharpe's legal team is and what they're suggesting. I imagine that everything that has transpired has been at the behest of his lawyers, not just himself. I can tell you again that when I spoke to him, he is emphatic in stating his innocence, that this is a shakedown, to use his words. How wise it is.
I will say this, man. I didn't like Shannon saying that Busby comes after like black men. I didn't like that at all. At all. Because with the whole Diddy situation, there's some black men that are accusing Diddy of things. So it's like, what, like Shannon, what are you saying here? Like, you got Busby trying to help, like it. I mean, not just black men, but black women too. There was a lot of a people accusing Diddy that are black. So I don't think it's about race. All right. I don't think that was I don't think he should have said that at all. Because it's kind of saying like, okay, he came for Jay-Z, he's coming for Diddy, and you look at all the stuff that they were being accused of, and a lot of people still believe that the whole Jay-Z situation was like, a lot of people are on the fence of, did the person get paid off? So I didn't like that.
Is it to use those kind of words when a civil matter of this nature is out there? When you have a podcast and you have advertisers and sponsors and you work for ESPN and they have advertising sponsors, I don't know. What can we say if any of us were in that position and we felt or were proclaiming we were innocent? I don't know. And I'm not about to pretend. I just wanted to make sure that I echoed to all of you that the only reason I spoke on this issue is because he works with me 2 days a week. He's on national television. He was on national television with me today. He was on national television with me yesterday when the story came out Sunday night. I didn't know anything about it until we got on the air. But he was on air. And if you know him in part because of all the work that he's doing with me and what he's doing in this industry, I know everybody's been waiting. Like, Stephen A., what you got to say about this? I got to say what I just told you.
Yeah.
I don't know what's happened. I know I got love for the brother. I know that I'm wishing that he's innocent and all of this stuff goes away and he can continue to thrive with me on ESPN and thrive in his own platforms that he worked so diligently over the years to build. But anything else would be entirely irresponsible for me to speak on. And I can't do that. Yes, I own this. This is my platform. But I also have a day job and I also understand what lawyers, what HR, and all of those other things entail. What I said is all I can say. And in all honesty, at this moment, it is all I know. I have no idea what direction ESPN and Walt Disney will go in when it comes to this matter. All I do know is it won't be me making a decision. It'll be others upstairs. In the end, all of us have someone to answer to. No matter how maverick we try to be and we own our own business and we're our sole proprietors like I am on this platform and stuff like that. There are advertisers, there are sponsors, there are people you do business with, there are partners, and there are bosses. That's the situation, unfortunately, that Shannon Sharpe finds himself in at this particular moment in time. I sincerely wish him the best. I got love for him. And I hope all of this is just a sad ordeal that goes away because there was no truth to it. But I don't know. Neither do you or the rest of us. And only time will tell what the truth is.
Yeah. Like I said, man. Boy. That's why I was saying, like, with the 10 million that he supposedly offered, it's like you're trying to like be like, here, are we done? Now you go your way, I go mine. Let me go on with my life. But she was like, hold on now. Wait a minute. I like, I don't know if she's trying to, like, because they said 50 million that she's suing for. So all I'm saying is if this gets dismissed and it goes away at the end of the day, because I feel like a lot of this is starting to tie in. This goes away, then Diddy gonna be like, yo, another one. Like, look, another case dismissed. Yeah, it's like a weird position to be in. You don't want to discredit or not believe what she's saying because we all know that stuff like this happens, right? We know these things happen. There are like a lot of victims out there. There are. I'm not gonna sit up here and say she's lying. I'm just saying, if she is, like, what, because you starting to see this a lot, where do you go from there? You know? Um, I was gonna read some of these comments here, but yeah. Someone said the Cat Williams interview still hitting hard. Man. Someone said Kendrick called it. You better off having one woman. Everything tricky right now. Yeah. Someone said basically what I got from this is Shannon Sharpe is done at ESPN and Stephen A being upset and basically showing how you can put yourself in this situation again. Like, how can you put yourself in this situation again? It's a lot of unk and five comments in here, which is just wild and crazy, man. Yeah. Guess we gotta wait and see, man. Because I feel like in the upcoming days and weeks, there's probably gonna be more to this. It's either probably gonna disappear or I don't know, man. Hey, appreciate you guys coming over and watching. Peace out.